Here's a couple stories that have to do with cryptocurrencies, especially with what's going on now. This is January 16th. I do believe this is from Reuters. Bitcoin, other cryptocurrencies tumbled on government crackdown worries. Bitcoin slid as much as 18% on Tuesday to a 4-week low as worries about a regulatory crackdown on the market spread after reports suggested it was still possible that South Korea could ban trading in cryptocurrencies. Bitcoin's slide triggered a sell-off across the broader cryptocurrency market, with the biggest rival Ethereum down 23% on the day at one point. According to trade website CoinMarketCap, and the next biggest, Ripple, plunging by as much as a third. Bitcoin traded as low as $11,191 on the Luxembourg base. In New York trading, it edged up to $12,078, but was still down 11.2%, leaving it on track for the biggest one-day fall since September. With reports on a renewed crackdown on the cryptocurrency in China fueling anxiety over future restrictions, further losses could be on the cards for Bitcoin in the near term, said Lukman Otunga, research analyst at the FXTM in the UK. The sharp depreciation witnessed in Bitcoin today should remind investors on how explosively volatile and unpredictable the cryptocurrency can be, he added. That's why I tell you, lunch money only. South Korean news website Yonhap reported that Finance Minister Kim Dong-yoon had told a local radio station that the government would be coming up with a set of measures to clamp down on the irrational cryptocurrency investment craze. South Korea said on Monday it plans to ban virtual coin exchanges had not been finalized as government agencies were still in talks to decide how to regulate the market. That came amid the news that a senior Chinese central banker had said authorities should ban centralized trading of virtual currencies and prohibit individuals and businesses from providing regulated services. China shut down exchanges operating on the mainland last year, a move that also sparked a sell-off, though the market later recovered. It's mainly been in regulatory issues which are haunting Bitcoin, with news around South Korea's further crackdown on trading the driver today, said Thinks Markets chief strategist Naeem Aslam, who holds that he described as substantial amounts of Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Ripple. But we maintain our stance. We do not think that the complete banning of cryptocurrencies is possible. Cryptocurrencies enjoyed a bumper year in 2017 as mainstream investors entered the market and as an explosion in so-called initial coin offerings, ICOs, digital token-based fundraising rounds, drove demand for Bitcoin and Ethereum. See what I told you? The latest tumble leaves Bitcoin down around 40% from its record high near $20,000 hit in mid-December, wiping out about $130 billion off its total market value. The unit price multiplied by the number of Bitcoins that have been released into the market. From a technical standpoint, Bitcoin is under pressure on the daily chart, said Otunga. The breakdown below 12,000 may encourage a further decline towards 11,000 and 10,000 respectively. Just what the chart showed. Remember I was telling you about that? I said out at 11,500 and then get back in below 10,000. I still believe it's going to be like 7,500. But anyway, a director at Germany's central bank said on Monday that any attempt to regulate cryptocurrencies must be on a global scale as national or regional rules would be hard to enforce on a virtual borderless community. The latest plunge in the market came as wealth management from De Beer Group, which has $12 billion under advisement, said it was launching a cryptocurrency app that would allow users to store, transfer, and exchange 5 of the biggest digital coins, citing soaring global demand. Reported by Jamina Kelly in London and Gertrude Chavez Dreyfus in New York. That's from Reuters. The next one, which is something that I talked about a little earlier, the U.S. warns investors over Venezuela's Petro cryptocurrency. The U.S. Treasury Department on Tuesday warned that Venezuela's proposed Petro cryptocurrency could violate sanctions against the OPEC nation's socialist government a statement that could dent investor appetite for the soon-to-be-launched token. Venezuela's President Nicolas Maduro speaks during a special session of the National Constituent. Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro said this month his government will soon issue 100 million petros backed by an equivalent number of barrels of oil, partly to get around the U.S. sanctions. Those sanctions prohibit the purchase of newly issued Venezuelan debt, which has left Maduro unable to refinance the country's crippling debt burden, and led Socialist Party officials to seek new forms of raising hard currency. Maduro is seeking to capitalize on the success of cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin by creating one for Venezuela as its traditional currency. The bolivar plunges to all-time lows against the dollar, and the country struggles with hyperinflation. The Petro digital currency would appear to be an extension of credit to the Venezuelan government and could therefore expose U.S. persons to legal risk, a Treasury spokesman told Reuters on Tuesday. It is another attempt to prop up the Maduro regime while further looting the resources of the Venezuelan people. Venezuela's information ministry did not immediately respond to requests for a comment. The OPEC nation, struggling with widespread shortages of food, medicine, is seeking to raise hard currency amid the crippling crisis. U.S. banks have grown more cautious about operations involving Venezuela since Washington imposed sanctions, exposing them to legal and reputational risks, finance industry sources said. The United States is considered a crucial source of capital for securities and tokens because of the size of its economy and because of many global financial operations at some point pass through U.S. financial institutions. Maduro has said each petrol would be backed by 1 barrel of Venezuelan oil and would be sold at the same price, which last week averaged $60 per barrel. That will put the value of the entire petrol issuance of 100 million tokens into just over $6 billion. Not that high. Venezuela's government had not provided any description of whether or how investors could collect the oil backing petrol holdings. A proposed private offering. Advisors to the Venezuelan government are recommending it sell $2.3 billion of its new cryptocurrency in a private offering at a discount of up to 60%. Wow. Okay. According to a document reviewed by Reuters, the recommendation by a newly formed advisory group, VIBE, made up of cryptocurrency experts close to the government, indicates that Maduro's valuation of the nascent Petro faces significant market skepticism. The center of financial policy will be the consolidation of the Petro, said Maduro in his annual meeting on Monday. This cryptocurrency is the future of humanity. Venezuela has entered the future. However, many were left confused. Venezuela's opposition-run Congress has declared the Petro an illegal debt issuance by a government desperate for cash and has said it will not recognize it. VIBE recommended Venezuela sell 38.4 million petros with a face value of around $2.3 billion in private placement starting on February 15th at a discount of up to 60%. Another 44 million petros with a face value of $2.7 billion should be offered to the public a month later. The remainder should be shared between the government and VIBE. High-ranking government advisors have discussed the proposal, according to a source familiar with the situation. It was not immediately clear if the proposal would be accepted. The document suggested the government accept tax payments in petros and that state oil company PDVSA incorporate cryptocurrencies in its dealings with foreign companies. The country opposition said it is illegal to use oil reserves, of which Venezuela has the largest in the world, to issue debt. Maduro said the cryptocurrency issuance would take place via online exchanges, but he did not give further details. Some of the exchanges would work with bolivars, Venezuela collapsing local currencies, while others would exchange other cryptocurrencies for the petro, said an advisor. The petro will be pre-mined, meaning that, unlike Bitcoin, for example, new tokens cannot be created. This is the case with another popular cryptocurrency, Ripple. The document suggested the Petro be a token on the Ethereum network, widely used by a cryptocurrency community. Its native coin is the Ether, whose market capitalization is only second only to Bitcoin. There you have it. Okay. Exactly what I was saying. There's a lot of countries that may do this. This is probably why the cryptocurrencies are under attack. Not because they're irregulated, not because there's a risk. Everybody knows that the cryptocurrencies are unregulated and there's going to be a risk. Everybody knows that. But the thing is, when you see countries like this using this to get around the banking system, the controlled banking system and sanctions, just like the United States has sanctions on Venezuela, that's when these issues come up. A lot of countries, you can see countries like Zimbabwe or Angola or Nigeria. Nigeria is another one. What if Nigeria decides it wants its own cryptocurrency outside of the dollar? Or Congo, or much of these other, say, developing countries that want to go outside the dollar. You got 54 African countries that could actually use this. I remember when Gaddafi wanted to get off the dollar and use the gold dinar, and the French colonies wanted to get off the CFA. You got 14 French colonies in Africa that could actually band together, make their own cryptocurrency, and use their own resources to back it. Europe, the G20 cannot stand for it. Even the Chinese don't really like it because the Chinese depend on the system as it is. You may see a backlash on this, but we'll have to see how it plays out. It's going to be 2018 is going to be a very interesting year. A very, very interesting year. 2017 was just a setup. 2018, 2019, 2020 are going to be extremely interesting. Chinese curse, Chinese blessing. May you live in interesting times. And that we are. With that, I'm going to jump off of here. This is BGS out, and I will see you on the next one.